Try and get a short little splitting video here again before it gets too hot and I gotta change. Been chilly all morning. This is still at Harbor Freight 4.5 pound. For a $30 axe, really you can't beat it. At least not so far anyway. That's a knot. If I can get it again. Sorry, my sinuses are deciding to start going where it's warming up now. Step over here and maybe try and clear them. Might be able to get one more out of that. Now look there, that was on that knot. That's how you know you got an axe doing right. Got a few of them maple rounds here that I thought about trying to split up. This is all that real nice red oak. Ideally, I'm hoping to try and get a couple of the restaurant barbecue places around. And then if I can keep a supply of the red oak and cherry and hickory and not real sure what all else I'll try and get. Could try and see if I could set them up where I could just do them 1, 2, 3. Trying to avoid these ones with knots, but you can't really always avoid the ones with knots. Notice how I light stroked that one. I knew if I swung full strength, I'd stick that sunbeam and smack that handle. I mean, yeah, I'm looking for an excuse to replace the handle, but I don't want to bust it before I got one. And see, even whenever you got an axe tuned right, you don't have to swing all that hard. I mean, again, I'm trying to split this pine and stuff, honestly. Which, I mean, again, I'll save it for the splitter, but it's one of those, I feel bad for them guys out east, or, yeah, out west. It's like, you know, again, this red oak, I'll probably miss since I'm on camera, but, you know, it's really not that bad. I mean, yeah, that's a 4.5 pound, but that was one hand. This is beautiful wood. Great cook wood, barbecue wood. Which is what I'm splitting this up for. Man, I'm taking the non-desirable pieces and throwing on the bulk firewood pile and saving the nice ones for put over in the barbecue wood pile. Bound and determined to just split that sliver off. Which, as I get comfortable hand splitting again, you guys will probably see me play around more with the one hand thing. It's not something I do very often, but it's something I used to do to play around with when I got bored. That thing cracking already somewhere? Probably right there. Looks like I'm gonna have to get a new splitting block. I keep busting them. I mean, you'll have that with these short ones like this. Need to find one of these big old conifer trees around that's down and cut me a, I think Buck and Billy Ray says about a 12 to 14 inch splitting block is best. Which I'm not real sure what that maple one is there, but oh, I busted it. Shit. And my other one's under the trailer at the moment. Because the one under the trailer, I think, is a pine round. I mean, it's still usable. I lost about, I don't know, a good hunk of it. Depends on how it's gonna sit. So I know I honestly got it cut kind of crooked. Made a good bundle sliver. See, like this smaller one here will probably go on the bulk firewood pile. And see, if I'd had the flick perfected, there'd have been no issue. Wouldn't have got stuck. This one's got a knot in it, but we'll try it. Knot's right there. Still on this side. Oh, now it's on the back side because we got a crack. Almost. There's that knot. No. Yes. Oh, it is starting to bust. So I guess I'll have an excuse to buy a couple handles. Need to order some online where I can get them a little cheaper. Not really cheaper, but should say better quality for the money. Screw it, we'll try this one. It's got a big old knot on the side of it. Lucky there. It'll give me. Ah. Probably got to play the little right, little lefty. Now. I knew it'd release. See if it'll pop apart. Oh, hello. Ah, not really what I wanted. There we go. Which without that big noisy, not really big, but without the noisy splitter going, I can talk a little more. That's like I need to start talking a little more in the chainsaw videos, but we'll get there. I'll quit it. Okay then. Knot. Big old knot. Woo. Stuck a little on that one. This round's a little on the wet side. Dang. This one might go on the splitter for the rest of it. I think that knot goes deep. Ooh, that was handle. What that? There we go. Alright, we're flipping her over. There are all kinds of knots in this thing. Like, woof. If I was smart, I'd go over and get my wedge and hammer, but I'm hard-headed. As you can tell, I try not to wrench on handles too much anyway. Man, look at that big old knot. I mean, we're working it, and then there's one there, there's one there. That was one knot. I don't know how we're looking on time. I don't want to cut videos short. About 30 minutes. That ain't too bad. That way you guys don't get too bored. And there's what I split here this morning. That's all red oak. That's the maple and then the pine. And like I've said in a couple videos, a lot of the pine I split to put on bottom to keep all the everything else up off the ground. One of these days I'll get some cattle fencing or cattle panel, whatever you call it, and T-posts and pallets, but yeah. And then it looks like it's gonna be a beautiful day. And they've sprayed a little bit already today, but not like they normally would, but excuse me. But yeah, wood pile's coming along. I've noticed a lot of the other firewood guys, firewood hounds, are getting on it for this year too, which is a good thing. I'm glad to see everybody out active, doing what they like to do. So, as always, get out, get active, get healthy. I mean, real quick, I guess I'll show you guys. I didn't even bring these two over and use either of these. Now watch, I'll stick this one and that one will fall. Yeah, now it don't even want to stick. Yeah, we're gonna play this game. But that's 2.5 pound, which I got at True Value. 4.5 pound come from Harbor Freight, which again, the whole handle was this big old fat thing. And I took a wood rasp file and some sandpaper, and I didn't put a real big curve in it, and I tried to keep it as straight as I could, and doing it just kind of freehand. And best part I'm liking about it is where I got that little bit of a palm swell, I guess. I didn't have a whole lot of width to work with, because it's actually really nice width-wise. It was just that, because you can actually see how thick it was down here, because it was that full thickness all the way up. But compared to your normal axe handle, which, I mean, this one has a little more bow in it than what I like. But and then I was gonna buy the Forester brand hookaroon pickaroon, but the local saw shop, For Timber, which I love them guys, been going there since I was a kid. But anyway, they had that one for, I think it was like $10 less. But that, I kind of liked how it had the orange on it, so it's less likely I'll forget it, lose it. But as always, have a good one. Help your neighbors and get at it.